This is the lowest step-through e-bike to hit the market. On the frame, what we've done here is we've brought the tube for the step-through actually lower than the crank. Typically, the lowest point of the frame is going to be even to the crank here. But in this situation, we've dipped it even lower to make this step-through height a 10.5 inches. So you can easily get your foot over and onto the bike. Simple step-through, pun completely intended. Why we've moved these pedals up is so when you turn, you're still gonna have ample clearance for that pedal to get over the ground. If you don't have those pedals up, you're gonna hit the ground when you make a sharp turn. Why step-through e-bikes are more safe than a non-step-through bike? It depends a lot on your athletic ability, your physical capability. However, I still believe step-through e-bikes are going to be more safe than a non-step-through e-bike for a couple of reasons. With e-bikes, I've seen this before. Sometimes people have a tendency to either touch a throttle or hit something when they're getting on and off. And especially if you're doing there's no step through and you're swinging your leg over like this, right? You may want to hold the brake and you've got stuff going on here or your leg can hit. So obviously there's the hazard of tripping, but there's also the hazard of you accidentally hit the throttle, which when you're mounting and dismounting an e-bike, I always recommend leave the motor off, just for the sake of you don't know if you're gonna hit it and the bike's gonna take off. But when you're swinging your leg around like this, sometimes you have the battery like on our 630 step through here, you have a battery back here. So if you're swinging your leg over and you hit that, you could obviously fall. In addition to that, you're just kind of got your body more over the handlebars. When you're stepping through the frame, I mean, you can just really just step through. So you're not jeopardizing the balance of the bike in as big of a way as you would by swinging your leg over. With e-bikes, accidents do happen. And, you know, couple places and reasons why the step through is going to be safer than a non-step through. Let's just say for whatever reason, you have to bail off this bike quickly. And maybe you have to kind of like throw the bike down or something. You could pull your leg out so much easier and just get off the bike and throw the bike down. In a situation that you've got a bar like that, you're pretty much going down with the bike. You know, there's not going to be an option to get your leg out. And if this thing starts tipping in some instance, you're not going to just be able to pull your leg right through. You're going to hit that bar. Now, I'm not saying that that's a very common thing, but when we're talking about what would make it safer, this would absolutely make it safer. So the ability to get on and off. And when you come to a stop and you need to come here, you can easily straddle, be off the bike, not have to worry about a top tube, and just pull your leg out. So it may seem silly, but in advance of purchasing an e-bike, if you're concerned about that mounting or dismounting, just see how easily you can get your leg up like this. And especially like this, you may just want to try. So you have a very clear idea of what step-through frame you're looking for. Because again, it's going to vary. And if you really like the look of a frame, but the step-through isn't low enough, you could know that in advance. So just try to lift your foot, move it forward. If you can make this motion, you can mount this bike, and it's easy to get on and off. Now, if you're able to do the leg swing and you feel comfortable like that, then you don't have to look for a step-through frame, totally up to you. But I really believe being able to mount an e-bike with a step-through motion makes it very, very safe and simple for a lot of people, especially in the mounting and dismounting portion of your ride, which actually in my experience in a lot of rides we've done, the mounting and dismounting is a point where a lot of people can have issues with either tipping over or they just can't safely get from here to getting off because the frame is too high. And you just don't want to have to deal with that stress when you're either beginning or ending your ride. So a step-through frame, in my opinion, is 15 inches or less of height here. But it's also really up to you to figure out what step over height on an e-bike is suitable for your body type.